Hi, how are you?
Okay. I started with a roof leak that was getting progressively worse. Went to the website. I knew no roofers. It had been years since I dealt with a roofing company, so I started from scratch. Website looked pretty attractive. It got my attention, and it did say we repair leaks. And from that, it led to, and I should mention, one of the things that did attract me also were the number of reviews and the number of very positive reviews. I'm a big believer history is the best teacher. Someone coming out doing a complete analysis of our roof, including something from the air that I did not expect. And I became convinced that I don't have a leak problem, I've got a roof problem, and I really needed a complete roof. And that was the project that was eventually completed. So made a contact, heard from Doug Martin. Doug came out, was impressed, and really throughout the whole process. But it wasn't just Doug Martin. There were people on the site. Everybody was professional, and I would say from an employee standpoint and from the people that performed the work, starting with Doug, it was A1. With contractors, I had from things other than roofing. I've been a homeowner for 52 years here, and over time things need to be done. And to get somebody to answer a phone is an event. To get somebody to return a call. And I'm a firm believer, if you don't care up before the sale, you're not going to care afterwards. And that starts the process. I was quite impressed when Doug came out, and that was at the point I stopped contacting anybody else. I thought, I think this is it. And when I got, as I mentioned, when I got to the end of the proposal standpoint, I said, this is it. Doug didn't know it, but I knew I was going to accept it. And the dollars were right, and it just all fit together. I might be wrong on this, but I think it was a Monday morning. 7 o'clock they show up. I was up, I'm an early riser, so that was no issue. But I noticed at 7:01 they were working, and I'm not being facetious. And that day they worked until I think it was 8:15 to 8:30. I'm sure they took a break. I don't know when it was because I never saw it. I think they did it individually, quite honestly. Very hard working, no fooling around, and they got the job done. I mean, and speaking of cleanup, and I was a little conscious, having had a bad experience before, that what's it going to be like when these guys are done, because obviously it's a messy process. There was nothing. Now, they spent a lot of time. I saw people walking around by hand, picking things up. They had a thing, a big magnet to pick up, and this is sometime later, I've not found anything. Plus I had shrubbery and things alongside the house and flowers, and that's gonna get beat up. Not really. I don't know how they did it. I guess I don't care because the end result, what I wanted. So I would be very complimentary to the people that actually performed the work, because I've never seen a group that worked that hard, that long, and without taking a break. It really was. It was something. Would I recommend BLC Roofing? Absolutely. And I think it's for all the reasons that I discussed before. And the biggest surprise I've gotten is, and I did have a problem with it, I have a second story with an upstairs bedroom that would get ungodly hot, bright, sunny, humid, warm days. The temperature has dropped in that room, and I have a thermometer there, from the mid-80s to the mid-70s. It's never warm up there. It's warm, but it's not like it was. And that is a very real advantage from where I was before the roof was put in. I think you need to promote it more, because I was stunned. 1 or 2 degrees, yeah, but making it from uncomfortable to comfortable, that was an event. Based on all of that, that's why I'm talking right now, I would recommend, because you want it done professionally, and if you want it done quickly, and I think one of the strengths too, and again, many contractors fail in this area, administratively, it was well done. And you don't find that too often, so the whole package was, I would say, close to 100%.